This conference will now be recorded.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Hilary McIsaac, Director of Experiential Tourism Development with RTO9. Joining me today is Hilary Geneau, Strategic Initiatives Coordinator with the Municipality of North Grenville. That's a mouthful. Thanks, Hilary, for taking a few minutes to talk with me today about your Partnership Fund project with RTO9. This was for last year. For those watching this, in February of each year, RTO9 opens up applications for partnership funding and awards eligible tourism-based businesses with 50-50 funding for initiatives that help bring visitors to the Southeastern Ontario region. So Hilary, I'm just going to ask you a few questions so you can let everyone know kind of how it all went, if you don't mind. So the first one, how did you find out about RTO9 funding?
For sure. So we heard about RTO9 funding, your partnership funds, through your various channels. When I was in my role looking and working with tourism for North Grenville, I followed you on all your social media, through your newsletter, attended any of the as well regional meetings that you and your staff held. So I was pretty much just always up to date on what was going on. And as soon as we found out, we applied. And in particular, I think not only I found out about the program, but our counselors found out about the program, our other staff found out about the program, largely through your industry newsletter. We have a lot of folks following that. So you condense all the information we need to know really well through that, and we are encouraged to apply.
Excellent, excellent. And you were awarded funding to help develop a tourism strategy for North Grenville. Can you tell us a little bit about your project and what your goals were?
Yeah, so in 2019, when I started in North Grenville, we just had a very budding tourism program. We had just revamped the tourism website and created a dedicated Explore North Grenville social media presence. So we decided that to grow the industry, we needed a tourism strategy that would help guide us. So we wanted to undergo the strategic planning process in order to identify opportunities and figure out what our assets were that we could best leverage to grow the industry. So that was the main goal.
Okay, and why was this important to you? Because I'm sure maybe some people don't know where North Grenville is or what tourism assets there might be. Why was this important?
Yeah, it was definitely important to just understand our municipality better internally and to connect with our industry partners. So we had some relationships with our tourism businesses in the past, but we really wanted to grow those relationships in order to help the industry thrive. So we knew we had to get serious about tourism, and a plan would help us get there. It'd help guide our progress along the way and give us metrics and measures to mark ourselves against as we continue throughout the process of enacting the strategy.
Excellent, excellent. And who would benefit from your tourism strategy?
Obviously us, it would give us a lot of guidance, as well as our tourism businesses and partners, but also the people who want to visit North Grenville. We figured out who is our target market and what they want to do when they come here, so we can better cater services and products to them.
Awesome, awesome. Did you work with any new partners to help achieve your project goals? I know that you've got a consulting company that you worked with. Were there other people involved?
Yeah, so MDB Insights was kind of our new partner. We had never worked with them before, particularly on the tourism side of things. They were our consultants, and not necessarily new partners, but we re-engaged with our Chamber of Commerce as well as our Old Town Kemptville BIA to understand what kind of role they would want to play in tourism moving forward. So that was definitely some of our partners that were vital to the process.
Awesome, very cool. And how important was the partnership with RTO9 and the funding that you received to the overall success of your project?
Obviously, we couldn't have done the project without the funding, so that was very instrumental. But also, what was really appreciated was that your staff took part even in the consultation process for the plan. So we got that regional perspective from you, from Lindsay on the marketing side of things. So it was really, really helpful. And also having access to your market research. That's something that we can't do being such a small municipality, but the market research you do, not just during this project, but throughout the year, really helped us set a baseline.
Excellent, excellent. Yeah, one of the things we try to do here at RTO9 is to help in all areas, including data research, as well as assistance in guiding some of our partners in social media, in resourcing, being a resource, being someone that can network with partners to help them achieve the goals that they're looking for on their project. So terrific, thank you. And what's been the overall results of your project? I know the tourism strategy went to council. Can you tell us a bit about that?
Yeah, so it was very well received by council and the community, which is very exciting. So it's presented to council, and a couple different things have come from that, including, and most excitingly, I think, the hiring of a tourism coordinator, so someone who's dedicated to that role. So we're lucky to have Heather Curry, who has joined our team from the boat. She has ample experience in tourism, marketing, and business relations, and her energy is going towards enacting this strategy that we created. As well, council also moved to create a tourism advisory committee. So these are going to be the folks, tourism operators who are going to help us decide how to act out what's in this strategy. So that's going to be absolutely vital. And I think one of the best things too is the strategy just got people in the community talking about tourism. So we saw a lot of people talking about tourism opportunities online, and we get sent articles and things all the time just from community members in general, because they're excited about this. It's a fun topic, right?
Right. Well, and North Grenville is quite rural in nature, and agritourism is very hot right now and will be moving forward. So I'm sure that some of your operators will potentially look for funding in next year's funding round, which comes up around mid-February. So that'll be great. And just generally, how did you find the partnership fund process?
It was super easy. I think the grant application process was probably one of the easiest I've ever done, which is super nice because oftentimes when these funding opportunities come down, it's kind of an extra task that's added on to our plates, but this was super easy. The reporting was super simple as well. And Laurie, you guided me through the whole process throughout, and the system you use for Basecamp to help applicants go through the program was super easy to use, user-friendly, and it kept everything in one place. And one of the first things we did actually as part of the partnership funding process was have a meeting with all the other successful applicants. And it was just fun to talk and hear about their projects. And even though we'd already applied and all of our projects were kind of rolling at that point, just to learn from them and what they're working on was vital and helpful.
Great. Well, we're definitely here to help, and filling out applications are never fun, funding applications. So just for those who may be watching this, if I'm here to actually help and guide any partners who want to apply for funding through that application process. And I'm happy to review applications before they get submitted to our external review team. So so that's terrific. Thank you. Would you suggest working with RTO9 to other tourism-based organizations?
Absolutely. So as a DMO or even as a tourism business, there's so many advantages to working with you. One of the biggest ones is just having access to your resources, including marketing, data research. Your team is just so helpful and give a regional perspective that we just don't have. We often get stuck in our silo thinking about North Grenville, so being able to connect to the region as a whole makes our program even better. Awesome. Great answers. Great with you. It's all true.
Hilary, I don't want to take up too much of your time, but I really appreciate you agreeing to join me this morning. It's been a real pleasure for us working with you. You're a great tourism partner, and I appreciate you sharing your experience. Again, if anyone is interested in learning more about partnership funding through RTO9, you can visit our industry website at tourismtalk.ca, or you can reach out to me personally. My contact information is on tourismtalk.ca if you have any questions whatsoever, and that would be always background noise. Anyway, listen, I really appreciate you taking the time again, Hilary, and enjoy the rest of your day.
Thanks, Laurie.
Okay, bye.